Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. This is going to be my Walking Dead episode 14 video. Just careful for spoilers if you haven't seen it. They did so many comic book things, so let's go. After last week's episode, the teaser for this made it seem like it was going to be relatively calm, like the calm before the storm. But they went comic book so fast that I just started screaming for the last 15 minutes of the episode. Starting with top 10 WTF, I'll explain the comic book Easter eggs as we go along. Number 10, Rosita is sleeping with Spencer to get over Abraham. And how funny is his reaction to her? I'm trying to make food. Why don't we have dinner? What are we doing? Where's this relationship going? Looking back now, it's actually a bit misleading because it makes you think that the episode is going to be all awkward humor because they move into number 9 WTF. Denise wants to go on a supply run, but Daryl and Rosita are having none of it. We're not babysitting you. Number 8 WTF. Denise explains her past. More awkward comedy. I'm actually pretty good with a stick. Daryl, you're messing up the gearbox. You're grinding the gears. Her parents were alcoholics, and she had a twin brother named Dennis who died, who actually sounds a lot like Merle. Yeah, sounds like we had the same brother. Number 7 WTF. Eugene wants to manufacture bullets near the safe zone. This is actually a huge deal. It's going to help them a lot. The way he explained it is they'll just recycle the casings. It's the innards that they'll be making. We need to find us a shit ton of lead. Speaking of which, enter number 6 WTF, Eugene versus Lead Walker. No, let me do this. I got this. Strike 1, strike 2, strike 3. That whole speech about cutting his hair, learning to adapt tabletop RPG style. I love the way he explained it. It's like a tabletop RPG. You learn to adapt to the environment. Eugene was pissed at Abraham for seemingly taking away his agency. No, I gotta do this. He's trying to prove to himself that he's capable of adapting. It's not an ego thing, and it's the same deal with Denise. I'm a smart person. I'm not making this up as I go along. Denise and Eugene had this real nice mirror arc where they're both trying to prove that they're capable of surviving. Number 5 WTF, the Edison store. Denise goes to investigate the trapped walker, just trying to prove to herself that she's brave, finds the baby crib, looks around, sees the walker incapacitated, but then you get the slow reveal of the wall, the hush hush, and then you find out what happened to that baby that was in the crib. Just a little deep-fried baby walker that looks like it might have turned before that other walker turned. And look how desiccated the corpse is. It looks way further gone than normal walkers, so they both probably starved to death in there. But just the reveal of the baby walker in the deep fryer was the greatest thing ever. Most disgusting, most amazing reveal, just because you're wondering where the baby is as they're panning around the room. So double WTF for the reveal of the baby and the way that they revealed the baby. But how great that got her talking about her brother, and that was the bonding point for Daryl. Like after you get past the craziness of a baby in a deep fryer, they're able to bond on their really angry brothers. And number 4 WTF, Denise gets her soda. Now, this is the soda that she was trying to get from the earlier episode. She asked Daryl, she asked him to get a soda so that she could give it to Tara because that's all Tara wanted. It was just meant to be this really nice gift for someone that she loved. She has that exact same Eugene moment where she's wrestling with the walker, can't quite kill it, tells them to back the F up, I got this, kills it, and as reward for her victory, she gets that soda. She has this amazing speech about personal agency, being brave, being inspired by Rosita, and then boom, number 3 WTF. Mega comic book moment. She gets killed with an arrow through the eye, just like Abraham in the comics. So for those of you that think that Abraham is going to die this season, he's going to have to die a different way now because they already took that comic book moment from him. But the way they pulled this off is actually one of my favorite types of deaths in shows like this, shows that do big WTF deaths, where you have this big impassioned speech, this big moment of victory, and then boom, the balloon pops, like the person's head explodes, they die in some crazy WTF way. Usually it's a giant exploding body. But you kind of laugh, and then you feel bad about laughing because you love Denise. You're like, oh my God, she was so amazing in this episode. I can't believe they killed her. So you scream from excitement and horror at the same time. And it turns out Dwight shot Denise with Daryl's crossbow, making it that much worse. We haven't seen Dwight since he stole the crossbow and Daryl's motorcycle. Now, he got both back, but it's so much worse that it had to happen with the iconic crossbow. Thank God, number 2 WTF, Eugene totally bites his dick off. Now, he bit him through the pants, so it might not have been completely off, but he basically crushed everything south of the equator. So be comforted by the fact that his dick is never going to work again. If Negan heard about that, yeah, he'd be mad because of what the survivors did, but he would probably laugh at Dwight himself. Seriously, dude, you just got your dick bit off. And on to number 1 WTF. Carol bails on the safe zone. I can't love anyone because I can't kill for anyone. Where is she going? We learn in the teaser that Daryl's going to go after her. I don't think that we've seen the last of her. She'll probably show up in the finale. Hopefully she makes it to season 7, but she's on one of those Rick flip-flops, where like in earlier seasons, Rick's a little more hardcore, then he goes kind of emo, then we get to season 4, like the end of season 4, and he goes hardcore again. To Beard Rick, we go through Porch Dick, so Rick has come full circle. He's badass Rick again. Maybe that'll happen with Carol too. Otherwise, I think she's done for. The apocalypse does not abide pacifists. Even Morgan is building a prison, and the way they ended the episode too, with the creak of the porch swing and the camera just zooming up on him, just makes you feel like he is going to be forced to kill again, to break that rule that he made for himself. So let me know in the comments, what was your favorite moment from the episode? Was it Denise being killed Abraham style from the comics? Was it Eugene biting Dwight's dick off? I feel like it's really hard to pick because they're two of the best deaths this season. It's going to be really hard to top, but remember, we have Negan, we have Lucille. We'll probably see something happen with that in the finale. But we actually just learned that episode 16, the finale, will be a full 90 minutes. That's actually pretty typical. Usually the finales are longer. So next week, new episode. Be sure to subscribe to get it, and then the week after that will be the finale. While you guys wait for my next video to post, if you haven't seen Shane from Walking Dead as the Punisher in Daredevil, you can click here for my first Daredevil Easter egg video, and you can click here for my Game of Thrones Season 6 Stannis video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.